is one of the guys who are a little bit more willing to go for the crazy things like mid splits and whatnot, but they're starting on that defensive side, so we'll see how it rolls.
Version 1 leaning towards B. They've got their Viper wall. Excuse me, that's actually Knight's Viper's wall. It just goes down.
Two there.
Now, theirs goes up. Dart, shock darts being traded back and forth. The Sage wall, my goodness, we've seen this before. The Snake Bite and the Nanoswarm to delay the plant for now.
Dude, Justice got melted. He got vulnerable with the Molly at the same time. He went down to 40 HP right off the bat.
And the problem right now for version 1 is they have no information of mid, they have no information of A. They can't easily rotate out. They've got the turn, make sure no one's pushing, but there's no flank out. They have to commit to the site. Zelsis manages to get the spike down, and Gangsta drops through all that.
That's the like 4th or 5th smoke kill I've seen for Xander today.
Listen, man, when they're landing, they're landing.
Oh, there's a wall here from Ziv. There's a wall here from Ziv.
Penny's gonna, Penny gets dropped by Frosty. That's all he's able to do. 4v3 in favor of version 1. Spike ticking away. Knights are gonna have to push their way forward. The tap on it. Forces him to swing out, and there are 2 right in his lap. Xander gets 3 on the round. Version 1 win the pistol. That is a gift. It doesn't get much better than that. You walk through the wall and that's it. They're there. Their heads right in front of you.
So easy for Xander, but that was a trade of Killjoy utility and Viper utility over and over there. And I actually really like what Knights did. They saved the wall, but already V1 has those nanostorms on the bomb, and it delays enough for them to break through with the pistols. That's the scary part. When you hear a Sage wall on pistol round go up as a counter wall to defuse, so difficult to deal with. And now I want you guys to focus always on whether Ziff uses his wall in the mid round. You'll never see him do it specifically to use it to counter defuse.
I like that. We will keep an eye on that. Scuba getting tagged by the drone. Safe, but do they expect ban? Oh, if you're patient, you'll be rewarded. He's got the sheriff. Oh, the Nanoswarm pushes him away, and the dash fails. Bats it right up onto a wall. He ain't going through that.
Chamber. Play chamber. Just saying.
Oh, with that, ban is already dropped. Gun advantage in favor of V1.
Uh-oh. Penny is starting to mess around. That's a little scary. The bunny hopping around with the Marshall.
Spike down B.
Now with this, and you've got Gangsta who just went from weak to weaker. Gonna get the heal up from Ziff. Try to get back into tip-top fighting shape.
They don't have the wall anymore. And so even against pistols, this gets a little dangerous because you can see he's just walking up on the wall. I love that though. Tapping the spike, dropping the wall so they can peek somebody doing exactly what you saw the Knights try to do there. Spam through their actual wall.
Hey, Frosty. Whippy's weak. He's got a sheriff.
Where is he? Where is he though?
He doesn't have this. Yeah, the spike's out. Well, he's gonna have to go back, pick it up, and now he's picked it up. 10 seconds, Whippy swings out. Woo, baby. That was close. That was too close.
Yeah, way too close. That's a complete loss of the bonus possibility now from V1. And they will buy rifles into this, which makes this round slightly harder for Knights, but if they do win this, they'll actually get potentially 2 right off the bat. So
yes, isn't it? Go ahead.
Gangsta and Ben playing over towards the A site, and they're always going to try to jump across over towards the rope and take a little bit more space, get over towards pipes and hold on to belt. Love what Scuba does with this poison orb, where he throws it deep, and this allows him to get in so many different positions. He can play close white, he can play close on the box, he can play in one of those cubbies, but most importantly, he can play up on top after he places that down. And without a dart, without a drone, very difficult to clear. Both those still available for V1 if they decide to go down that lane.
Right now, it seems like they haven't quite decided what they want to do at all here, right? You see them, they haven't pushed up mid, they haven't pushed up A. And with that, you talk about some of the space that Knights have taken. You talk about how Ban and Gangsta are all the way up at 410. They've taken some space there. You've talked about Scuba and Belong as well. And with that comes a requirement of version 1 to invest utility to take some of that space back. And that's where you're seeing the drone push Scuba off of where he was.
Xander's gotten deep. It's only a turret here. Defend against the lurk. Loopy has to stay alive for that to matter. And I think you can hear it. Yep. They're still close on pipes though. They just took the engagement over towards A. And they're fighting through. Zelsis does have his wall still, so they can get this down. And a lockdown too.
And he has dashed his way forward. He drops down. Ban. Still playing backside. He's got a good shot. He's able to get a second. But that's all he's good for. And now he's able to creep around.
10 seconds left.
Is he gonna get the timing right? He's gotta get the timing just right. One. And now they know the pressure's coming. They've got to act on that. They can't leave it alone. Whippy takes care of Frosty. Xander still pushing his way forward. Gangsta drops it down to a 1v1. He's on the tap. The damage is there. He gets it to half, pulls off. 77 HP, 2 armor to his name, and Xander pulls up. Flank the long con pays off at the end of the day as version 1 gets 3.
Oh, that was so close and such fast response time for Xander. As soon as that turret's gone, as soon as Frosty pulls it away, he is striking on that. Takes out only a detained player on the flank, but holds back one player off of Knights all the way back towards screens. That makes it so that Whippy can play his magic on the site as well. Without a wall, they still make it work. And V1 recovered from a terrible anti-eco that second round.
Now Knights on pistols. Version 1, very likely, unless there are some wild heroics, that they get to 4 here, and you feel some of that impact roll off, right? You feel the snowball get bigger and bigger as Version 1 are able to chain a couple of these early rounds together. Economy just booms in their favor, and they're just able to piggyback off of that.
Already pressuring them up in those desired positions. All his backside and front 410 Whippy on pipes, making it very difficult for anybody to cross in and rotate to help the A-side anchors. I mean, this is clean on the anti-eco. And both Penny and Effie's, as Penny dashes over top, Effie's is there swinging underneath him.
Right.
Beautiful Prime Gaming flawless from version 1.
Beautiful round. We talked about how it was a good recovery in the previous round off of some rather ugly stuff, and this makes up for it, right? That was really as clean as it gets. You talk about the opening kills they're able to get, how both Effie's and Penny are aggressively taking space away. They feel it. They are able to capitalize on the space they take and the kills that follow on. Now Knights with guns, with an op in the hands of Ban as well, and they have 2 ultimates to work with. Everyone else is only 1 point away from having theirs.
How they decide to try to neutralize Ban here in this position is so crucial. Right away, smoke on the position. As soon as there's an op possibility to be in play, they smoke pipes. That blocks Gen, top Gen, and also pipes where Ban was actually playing as to fall back towards site. And what have we been talking about all series long? The way that V1 is playing these attacking sides and forcing them off of their original setup is so good.
It's interesting there. Gangsta hit the tag onto Penny. He had the Hunter's Fury. Chose to hold
Jet. Always so risky to go for the jets, especially in open spaces.
Still in play for now. They still have the lockdown from Frosty to work with as well. Version 1, what I like about their attack halves is you see them, they do it hot and heavy, they do it fast, and then they can slow it down like this, cut noise, and force Knights to invest utility to do something to gather information, because right now they're kind of flying blind. They know that nobody's pushed up mid because of the alarm bot. Ban pushed off again.
30 seconds left.
Okay, they give up sight. Gangster's gonna hold delay. Penny gets the kill though. Important here
Down A.
is how they actually deal with the impending lockdown. Xander's already in a great position to actually deal with this, actually deny. It's already gone. Frosty's dead, out of the round. And they can't even push over towards Xander. As soon as they do, Penny's gonna be there in the cross with him.
Yep. Xander's healthy. Shock dart, not tagging. Swings around to see if anyone's there. Penny takes care of Zip. He's gonna get a shot at another one. Dashes forward to stay alive. Spike ticking away. Scuba drops right into his death. Xander takes care of the last. Version 1 gets to 5. Balla. This is gonna get ugly very quickly unless Knights make some changes.
Yeah, and really, I haven't seen too many different setups from them. The one thing is sometimes Zip switches with Ban once he has that operator online to go fight B instead, but B1's doing such a good job on A, it's really hard for them to decide, okay, we're gonna swap you know, Ziff over there. How's that really going to help on the way that they're attacking those? And even when you think that there might be an adjustment coming over towards the B side, they're going towards a B control setup. And Penny is feeling himself so hard, just instant dry dash to fight down the lane. They've got the slow as well coming in from Zelsis, so they have to fall off of that or take a really disadvantageous fight.
Right, and we saw what Penny just did to Scuba. Certainly you don't want to dance with that again. And, you know, we talked so much, Ball, about confidence in this game and how it really does have an impact on how rounds play out. That, what we just saw out of Penny, that's confidence. That's stripping of I'm better than you, I'm going to win every single gunfight I take.
Spike down B.
Ooh, these shares are deadly, actually. And they actually bring it to a 3v3. Is there anything left for them to deny this plant? There's a molly from Frosty, but you know, opt for the lockdown instead, and they get the res off on Gangsta. 4 versus 3. Now, Viper's Pit, in response, they're going to break the lockdown instantly.
Managed to do that with the Hunter Street and get a tag. Whippy's still playing back. And Frosty has upgraded a weapon with that Bulldog, so now he's got something to work with. Man does as well.
Last player standing.
Frosty's got to go massive here. He's managed to get it to a 1v1. Viper's Pit there, creeping his way forward. Frosty's going to get it to half, and Xander, yeah, he had no idea. That's a brutally difficult situation because Ball, there you're just kind of guessing. That's a 50-50.
Yeah, I mean, Xander played that so good though, that the way that they're fighting, they're making sure that they hold on to the backside of yellow, and then as they do swing yellow, that's when Xander takes the time to creep his way through in a near sight play, right? Because of the Viper's Pit. So very hard to spot, very hard to react to. I mean, what can you do if you're Frosty there? Yeah, if Xander stays on the other side, maybe you have a chance, obviously, but once that happens, no chance at all.
It truly felt like an almost unwinnable situation. We'll see how Knights respond. They have guns here. They also have a Viper's Pit locking down A right off the bat here too, and
they have the lockdown to clear it.
Yeah, he was thinking about it.
They're going to, yeah. I mean, just waiting a little bit for the rest of his team to get up here, and then Scuba is going to try to force his way through the pit, or they just back off. He is playing it a lot more deep, right? So this doesn't actually clear entirety of sight, right? But still, they're falling off, and there you go. Viper's Pit completely nullified.
Oh, Gangsta's still here. Gangsta drops.
About that.
Yeah, he's a little froggy. He falls. They've taken the space. You mentioned the Viper's Pit nullified. Look at this flank though, out from Knights, but Effie's is gonna get a shot out. He may have just heard a footstep too. Yep, you see the pinks coming out. Effie's is gonna get a shot at 2. Oh, they don't swing at the same time. Oh, that could have been so good, but Ziff falls. Ban though. Oh man.
One enemy
It's
remaining.
put the team on his back, baby. Oh, he doesn't get the ace, but my goodness, that was pretty to watch.
That was fun. My goodness. And yeah, the problem is that Effie's, yeah, he's playing a corner there, but easily tradable. One and done position.
Yeah.
So, Knights, great flank. Great way. You saw how methodical they were on that flank. You saw how Ben was really, really slow clearing mid, making sure there was nobody up tube, that type of thing before they committed to fighting over this backside. And this is just beautiful from Ben. But
that shot is just filth.
yeah, 100%. But I have to, I mean, the death sounded like they were getting ready for a funeral, the way they were talking about Knights. And if that's what it takes, Doug, for a band to go pop off like that, for them to get their first rounds, this could be a quick series.
Version 1, testing the waters towards A, or B, excuse me. Here, Ziff is up on this aggressive spot. You've also got Ban playing low. The dart's going to trade out. Ban gets tagged. Gets pushed off, but are they expecting Ziff here? I don't know that they are, but he can't land the shots anyway.
Yeah, Ben fell off the angle, so he had nobody to support. Magic again? No.
No magic. It may have all run out in that last round. Yeah, man, the wall goes up. They're going to get the plant down. I don't know that they really have anything to counter this, to deal with it. Nah, the spike goes down. He has 2 shock darts. There's a snake bite there from Scuba and Frosty. So they can potentially, Yeah, but you're just so far down here. You just save.
And the funny part is that Frosty doesn't have many routes to get away. Has to go through kitchen. Xander's watching the backside. They're not even challenging, and they really don't need to. I mean, they could be really hunting the advantage here, V1. But the way this game is going, I mean, I think that the way you're talking about Penny being confident and whatnot, yeah, they don't even really need to take any risks. Though, I will say, they should be, min-maxing. They're going for the guns for sure.
You're wanting a finishing blow, if you will. Them going for the jugular.
Yep, 100%. I mean, what I talked about last map, was Ban getting that op online, and that's an economic thing that you're gonna have to bring up. Not that many rounds left in the half. It just got the reset on the economy as well, so yeah, maybe V1's making the right play there. Definitely something to be discussed either way.
Knights calling a timeout to do just that, discuss how they want to play out really the rest of this half. It's been ugly up until this point, but it's still salvageable. I think you're right, though. We look at a player who needs to be a catalyst, right? To be the spark to start a comeback, and the eyes fall towards Ban. The thing is, an operator's not really in the near future based off of economy alone. The one thing that there is to work with, though, is Ban is 1 point from the Blade Storm. So you imagine a piece here early on that can get him the ult orb, somehow try to get that online here. It's not like he has money to buy for anything else anyway.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they went for, is the buy with Ban going for the orb. That's 100% on the cards right now. And you already know V1's looking at that. In that timeout, they have so much time to realize all the situations. We can look at all the ults, look at how many orbs, and there it is. Look, you already have Sage in the corner. You already have Effie's as well, ready for a shock dart, and that's where they want to go to get this. So, yeah, he bought a
Ban a gun, though. Yeah,
because they know. I mean, they know this is going to happen, and actually, this is a great counter.
Oh, I like this. Nice shots out of Zip. Oh, but that shock dart, my goodness.
Will not kill my ally.
All that for nothing.
What do they do now? Version 1, after the shenanigans that went down A, they get the res back, they bring Penny back online, and now they go towards B, where Penny has his own ultimate if he chooses to use it. Takes a little bit of damage. Bring right back up.
I mean, they are using that utility so early. Nice.
Yep.
Twice there. The wall didn't even go down, and they have nothing, right? I mean, there might be one more molly. No, nothing from Scuba. Doesn't have the money for it. And already they've gotten everything down that they need for V1.
Well, and you wonder too, because Gangsta has 2 shock darts there. I wonder if they're intentionally just holding on to it and trying to forget about denying the plant. Use it for that, for things like that, for Effie's to get messed up just down to 33 HP. But they've got to make the rest of the utility pay off, and so far it seems to be working. But Xander catches the flank. Whippy, ooh, Scuba, how are you still alive here?
Last player standing.
1v1, Whippy's so healthy. And Scuba has no idea. Whippy takes care of him. Version 1, get to 8. Knights, they're running out of time.
The way that he was there in that final 1v1, it's so hard to spot where he is unless you're coming way deep off the back of yellow, which Xander already took care of. So, yeah, good shout out about the shock dart slow combo in the back of yellow. That caught Effie's really, really low HP, but V1 also at the same time is doing their own combination with Penny smoking off close yellow and the dart going off at the same time as Knights is starting their aggression as well. They get 1 kill through the smoke, I think, and the rest is history.
All right, Knights.
Get out of my way.
We talked about magic. Ban showed some, and we haven't seen any magic since. He's got the Blade Storm online. Maybe there's a little bit more magic in the forecast. But for now, it seems to take, it seems like it's going to take a miracle just to get them to a competitive point in this map. They've only got pistols. Well, there goes the magic. See, maybe there's magic somewhere else. Maybe it comes in the hands of the Marshal that's no longer online, at the hands of Gangsta as well. V1 get the spike down to 5v3.
Pulling anything out of the hat. Nice. Shock dart again from Effie's. Right as also swinging, and these sheriffs are doing so much work for Knights. Zip another one, and they've got the res online too, but Penny's still here. Oh no! Get the last one. Just
Xander.
gangsta. He's already popped the molly too. Second one, that's so much time, but the
Look
dink.
at how weak he is. Yeah. Oh, and he knows where he is. Here, I mean, what do you do there? Gangsta has to pull off the tap. The Marshall, it's there. He doesn't land the shots, though. He wide swings. Xander does to secure the round. My goodness, that was so close, Balla.
Yeah. Twice in a row, though, Xander comes up huge in situations that get a little wonky for V1. I mean, sometimes it's the nature of Icebox, too. Last round and this round, right? There's just aim duels happening on the map. And you're going to lose the aim duels eventually. That's one fact that is for sure in Valorant, happening over and over. And on Icebox, just...
You lose aim duels? Weird.
Standing ahead.
They actually swapped Scuba over here. This is kind of interesting, but they've already kind of revealed the fact that he's over here at the same time. So they know they have to, if they want to hit A, deal with the Viper utility at the same time. You know what happens when Xander lurks mid? And when it's usually just held by only Killjoy utility. The one thing that he can do, nice shot from Ban, is actually switch up the timing on when he goes. So you could do this during the B hit at the same time and pull them off, and they could pressure actually through the Viper wall of their own. But looks like he's going to opt to just delay like the last time.
Yeah, exactly. I think surely he's expecting the turret here, right? And that's why he hasn't moved off of that. There's got to be something that draws the turret away or drops Frosty something to give him room to work.
Yeah, but look how Whippy is, Frosty is playing, right? He's not watching this. So, yeah, sure, the turret's there. Yeah, sure, they're going to know that he's there. But if he goes fast, that's the thing that I'm talking about. He's not going to do it, though. Just wait.
Oh, right. Now you've got Gangsta. Ziff as well. The Hunter's Fury comes out. Zelsis dancing around, staying alive. Gangsta's Hunter's Fury not going to connect, and you can tell, man, he's itching.
Gorgeous.
Xander wants to go, and here he goes. Creeps his way forward. That should tap it, but
no turret's
what
on.
they do? How'd they respond? Oh yeah, you're right. The lockdown comes through as well. 4v3 numbers in favor of Knights. We haven't been able to say that very often at all. Cloudburst right
still has
onto
a
the
wall.
Nanoswarm instantly.
I think Zip just put down a wall as well. They're not watching this.
Oh, the alarm bot. The alarm bot gives him so much info, and I believe Effie's... Yeah, Effie's has an
nothing
ult.
they can do.
Gangsta gets it to half. There's the Hunter's Fury that we've been waiting for, but Scuba nullifies it. Oh, and they get the defuse just in time. Oh, what was that?
So much happening at the same time. Xander with the flank. That's what they're relying on. They don't pressure the wall at all because of that. And they give up yellow because they're trying to defend Gangsta. Or, sorry, Effie's in that situation.
One enemy remaining.
And I mean, what I was talking about earlier, Ziff always holding off the wall, but this is like the first opportunity they really, after pistol round, had to put down the wall.
And the ace in the hole was the Hunter's Fury, right? Like, that was it, wall, whatever. That counters that. That gives them what they were looking for, and I don't even think it... What, did it get one tag off?
Yeah, one tag, but that's it. And could have killed him if the HB was different in that situation. I do have to give Knights a lot of credit here. They're accounting for every single ult possibility and the way that you can play that post plant. Same thing that happened on Ascent, right? That's a major bright spot. And don't forget that this is 5 weeks long of competition as well. Sure, the scoreline might not look good right now, but when you get a team like Knights who has grown so far since Gangsta's joined the team.
You will not kill my
Oh,
mother.
you keep writing them off mid-map. They might make a fool out of you. Or they might not. Effie's might just take care of it himself. The lockdown pushes him off the site, though, and it gives Knights a bit of time to reset, right? They've got the op from Ban, making sure there's nobody pushing down B long, the alarm bot mid as well, and Frosty's on A. They've really got all their bases covered. The problem is, though, once a site hit happens, their defenses are thin, in that there's not a whole lot they can invest.
Yeah, I mean, V1's just pushing their utility to the brink. Frosty's left alone with no nano, nothing like that to do anything, and they've got free roam on the site again.
Spike's been planted. Knights, they're gonna get a chance at a retake on this thing. 3 members left. A little bit of utility. You've got Zip's wall, but you have to deal with the Viper's pit. Look at
Oh,
Frosty
he might do
creeping.
with it.
Oh no. Oh no.
One enemy
I'm pretty sure it was the tush that came through. It gave him away. Just Ziff, man. Yeah, and Ziff falls. That's so brutal. A 10-2 half for version 1. They are rolling over Knights again. We're going to throw it to a break. Ending at this point as version 1 are cruising through Icebox. Knights, they're down in a really big way. Doug on the mic with me, my main man Bala. Bala, if there's a miracle, where is it for the Knights?
I'll be honest. No miracle here. If there was a miracle, I don't know where it'd come from. So difficult on Icebox. Like I was saying on Ascent as well. After the pistol round win from B1, they just have the ults to end up winning a couple rounds, right? That's the reality of the situation. That's why these situations are so difficult to deal with. Knights, again, is a team that I expect to be a little bit creative, but they don't even have the room. They don't have the bandwidth to be creative with only 2 rounds where you want to get the match.
Yeah. You walk on real thin ice, no room for mistakes. And, I mean, okay, so far so good. I guess you've taken yellow, but, I mean, that's almost a given at this point. This is where it gets hard, and it just went from hard to harder.
Oh. As if taking a lot of damage from the shocks, but gets away and heals back up, so things are okay. But Molly's denying the taps right away. Is there a wall from Celsius? Yes, there is.
How do they choose to go about this? They know they're back yellow. It looks like they're just waiting for it to go down. The tap is there. Oh, Celsius has got it to half. Celsius is going to stick it. My goodness, they have the cover. He can do just that. He takes the defuse right there, and that's where you see a numbers advantage causing a problem, right? Because you could just have one guy stick the defuse, everyone else go fight, and even if things go sideways, you buy enough time for the defuse to come through.
Yeah, and you can see the difference in the way that Ziff chose to use the wall in the pistol round last half versus this way, because V1 is fighting back yellow to make sure that that angle is unassailable, while he uses the wall to get every single segment in front of the defuse so that the people who are playing not yellow and playing on the lane of B at white crate can't break that wall. They can't do it on pistol round. Absolutely not.
We see Knights buying up a little bit. You saw some Sheriffs and then 2 Spectres. And again, for Knights, time seems to be running out. This time, an A hit. Viper's wall to at least smoke off Whippy for now.
Nice.
Wall
Completely
goes up.
denies the idea there, which is the wall on screen, so that you can actually swing into the back of sight.
Oh. This looks good for Knights so far. They're able to get 2 big kills. Kills it, to be honest with you, probably shouldn't have gone that way. And they just managed to get a 3rd. It's just Celsius and Xander that are left. The spike's going to go down at the hands of Gangsta, and Van does the boot. Oh, that's got hurt too. So they've got a shot at this thing. It's
They don't
not
realize
gonna
he's
be
up top.
easy.
They don't realize
Yeah.
Gangsta's here. Might not matter if they swing this way.
Frosty's just so weak. They're all so weak, Paula. Yep. To the drop. There's the last one. He falls. My goodness, they had the setup. The problem was they were just so dang weak.
Yeah, one of the they went to that side that Gangsta had basically on lock, and they're not able to use the surprise factor at all. In fact, the reason they spot Gangsta is because they're peeking on that side and they start looking in towards the net. So lose their advantage. But well played from V1 to both work together on the side, and also, even though the initial hold did not go well at all, they still bought time for them to have to play Ring Around the Rosie like that, to take all the time in the world finding out where the remaining players are. So, well played from V1 again.
Version 1 find themselves not just on map point, but on series point here in opening night for VCT Stage 1. Knights, they're well out of answers. I mean, they're for all intents and purposes out of time. How do they choose to play this round out? I mean, they've managed their economy well enough to, or at least Frosty has a Vandal, right? 2 points away from the lockdown, potentially a world in which Frosty's able to get some value out of that gun, convert it into an ultimate and secure a round. But the thing is, Ball, as you were mentioning, the deficit is so big right now that you have to you have to make big plays like that consistently, and that's very difficult, dang near impossible to do.
Yeah, and only one player on Nice has a sheriff, so this round's pretty much in terms of what they're getting kills with this entire game. They do get the ropes, no denial this time on that 410, the maze, and they're gonna get the free plant.
Spike planted.
Nothing really to respond in this case from version 1. I mean, no lockdown or anything to gain the space. They're just gonna have to go out dry with the drone, with Molly from Xander as well.
Oh, that was like the one ratty spot down low, and they have to take care of it instantly. It gets traded, but so far kills are going back and forth. The 3v3 Spike taken away.
Last
Oh
player
man,
standing.
Ban just fell. Ziff just fell as well. It's all on to Frosty. We talked about the Vandal. Vandal good for 1, 2. My goodness, that was there. That would have been the 3rd, but it falls apart. Version 1, a walk in the park to open up this stage for them. They take care of Knights and